Welcome students for part 3 on group discussion. So in this video we will see about group discussion rules, types of GD and do's and don'ts in GD. So the first part is about group discussion rules. So we have seen and we have given you more inputs, and this is also going to add a lot of value to it. So without wasting our time, let's get on to the session. So under rules, we have 5 to 6 rules where we usually tell students in the class to follow, but we would again re-emphasize on the same points, and these are the major important points that many students who do not follow the rules. The first one is appearance. It is the most important thing that has been noticed by anyone, and many candidates been ignored this aspect as one of their personality. So always wear a formal attire and be well groomed. So we have included this in the tip, but it is making a rule over here in group discussion. The next one is eye contact. Your confidence is seen in your eyes. Hence, maintain eye contact with the evaluator while initiating the discussion. Later, share eye contact with your peers in a consistent manner. During the session, avoid looking at the evaluator and concentrate on the peers. Even when you are listening to the opposite candidate, make sure that you are slightly turned towards the angle where the candidate is present, and use gestures such as nodding or appreciating someone in a presentation. Third one is avoid dominance. Many students often do this, like to show you're dominant over the discussion. But the point here is, it is a rule number 3 that you should avoid dominance. Always remember that in a discussion, it is just a discussion and not a battle. So you are here to share your own point of view and not to start on an argument. So respect others' view and do not try to dominate your views or point. Being patient and calm is the key. The fourth one is avoid interrupting. It is considered and mannerless to interrupt someone while talking. Everyone has to say, and one should respect and let your turn come for you to have your own say. There could be a situation where you need to cut short the speaker. If you do so it politely with due respect and apologies for doing so. For example, I am sorry to intervene, but considering the time limit, I may miss to put forward my point, so I would like to say that, and you say your own point. So here in the fourth part, avoid interruptions, we will give you more detail about the useful phrases that is to be used in group discussion in the later videos. The fifth one is clarity of speech and thought. Always maintain a medium speed and volume of your voice. Be prepared in the mind of your thoughts that you are about to present, and be clear. Avoid fumbling and jumbling on your speech. Be confident and pardon if you make a mistake while speaking. And the last part is irrelevant talks. Many students often are taken away with some other topic. The topic might be different, but they've been leading into something else. So avoid deviating from the main point and be on the same track. Quality is important than quantity. Be short and simple and refrain yourself from involving in irrelevant talks. So students, these are some of the important rules to be considered in group discussion. Next, we move on to the types of group discussion. So generally, we have three types of GD. The first one is factual GD, second one is case based, the third one is article based. So we'll see one by one. The first one is topic based. In this type of GD, you have the practical and real life. So for example, in the factual, controversial and abstract. So it is again divided into 3 parts. So under factual GD, it can be very informative and it requires a more knowledge about the subject. For example, Indian economical growth since 1947. This is an example that I've given here in this session. This is an example for a factual GD. You need to know more knowledge about the content. Next one is controversial GD. So here again, this is something similar and it can lead into an argument, such topics. So you should handle it very, very careful. So for example, is like arranged marriage versus love marriage. The third one is abstract GD. Again here it's a physical presence but are conceptual topics or intellectual topics. So you need to think a lot on this. So thinking capability is a must and analytical capability of the student is evaluated in abstract GD. For example, humanity or any happiness or just any common topics can be asked. Next one is, the second one is case based. So this type of GD is based on case studies which portrays in a live situation. So this group is provided with a case study beforehand and it is given a few minutes of the time and ask them to prepare. So it is just on the spot and then you have to think on. So here what are the qualities that is measured here is it can be problem solving, analysis, analytical thinking and something out of the box. So these are the things that has been measured under case based GD. The last part is the article based GD. So similar to case based GDs, in an article based GD, the candidates are provided with an article which could be based on any field like politics, sports or technology or any kind of that matter. So these are the way in which article based are done. So the next part is do's and don'ts in group discussion. So I have given you a list of what are the things. Maybe it can be a repetitive, but we are making you understand these are the things that you need to do, these are the things you shouldn't be doing. So the first one is keep eye contact while speaking. Many students avoid these and they keep looking at the evaluator. The second one is initiate the GD. Initiating the GD is a big plus, but keep in mind initiating the discussion only when you understood the GD topic clearly and you have some knowledge on the topic. Speaking without proper knowledge, subject knowledge, can also leave you a bad impression. So please be cautious about the students. The third one is allow others to speak. So we have dominance, as I told you in the session. Like some students, they try to make a dominant over it. So do not interrupt anyone in between while speaking. If so, you need to use the useful phrases, which we will discuss in the next video. Speak clearly, speak politely and clearly. So use simple understandable words while speaking. Don't be more aggressive and don't use jargons, especially when nobody understands in the team and it can mislead the entire group discussion. Next one is make sure to bring the discussion on track. If by any means the topic is on a different track, please ensure that you bring it back. Make it positive. So be confident about it. Do not try to dominate anyone and keep your postures or body language little more politely. And speak what is sensible, what is required. So don't give irrelevant speech. We have been telling this many times in many different topics. Why? Because as many students go bang on irrelevant topic thinking that they have to talk something, so they give some irrelevant points. The eighth one is listen carefully to others. So speak less and listen more. Pay attention while others are speaking. This will make you coherent discussion and thereby you will get involved in the group discussion positively. You will surely make people agree with you. The ninth point is no need to go into many details. Some students, they just give too many details which is not required and it is time consuming. So please avoid going into much detailing and so be precise and convey your thoughts in a short and simple language. And last but not the least, again I'm telling here very clearly, is about a formal dressing. So do not take it casually. No fancy dressing here. So you should be comfortable while speaking in a group discussion. Positive gestures and body language will make your work easy. So students, thank you so much for watching this video. We will next move on to the other negative roles and useful phrases in the next video. Thank you so much, students.